From Oasis Lanes in El Paso, we're here for the title match of today's JBT event. Kickoff event of the Mountain Conference, and we got two Arizonans who traveled a time zone to the east to compete and found themselves here in the title match, and it's a good one right now, as Chris Mays, the number 2 seed, won the semifinal match with a 260, and you see he's had the front 4 before a 9 spare in the 5th, taking on Brock Bivens, who opened with the spare and strung the next 5 since then. So game on for the scratch title for sure. Contrasting styles, the big two-handed sweeping hook of Mays and the absolute dart ball from Brock. Both bowlers able to play their A game on this pattern and just have a good look. So let's see who comes out on top. To the right, Geraldine Delagrito is trying to pull off a three-peat in one day. Only girls have that possibility in JBT because they could win handicap, or scratch for that matter, girls scratch, and U17. She already locked up girls scratch with a 279 win over Angela Romero. That's just starting the handicap title match. She's got to beat top seed Daniel Rios by 44. And that's just a second frame shot from her. So we'll get back to that one a little later. And she still has the U17 to go against Daniel Ribari, who Chris just beat with that 260 game. Had to delay to get a full rack, but no fear off of that, as all that power just dices those light hits, and trails by 10 can square it up. You can strike here in the 7th. I was talking with Chris's mom earlier how she really wants to get him in the title column. His brother Hunter grabs a lot of the headlines around here, but Chris more than holds his own. And if he can just break the ice and get that first one, he's a threat to win many, many, many this season. 7th frame to tie it up. Look at that, dead flush there. 269 to 233 over Ribari in the semifinal. Ribari beat Hunter Mays, stopping his season opening winning streak. The win in the first match of that stepladder. Hunter won the first 2 events he entered this season. So that big sweeping two-handed hook we see so much of, watch the contrast here. He stands righter than his release point and is just all straight arrows, and look at that. Just as effective. Brock is a great frame filler on tour. Most of those more direct shot bowlers are. They're great spare shooters, don't see the big opens, and you know, strike 9 spare strike beats double 5-2. Today he had to put up some X's, and Bivens showing he's more than capable of doing that as well. A lot of friction down lane. He's able to keep his ball speed up, which he loves to do. Again, just A game versus A game. That's got a hook though. See how he stood up on that one as opposed to previous shots. His feet might have gotten a little fast. That happens in pressure situations. When that happens, your arm swing is behind. That forces you to stand up on the shot. You lose a little bit of leverage, and you leave things like 2 5s. So the string ends at 6. He's got a spare he's got to be careful of. Shot that in a weird way. Earlier in match play, I saw him chop a bucket, so he might have tried a different style there, but that ball was just flat out off target. No other way to put that. So let's see here. Oh, 158, 178, 198. So that flip-flops the match into a 2-pin advantage for Mays already, and he's the one with the double working. He's got a chance to put this away before the 10th all of a sudden. Title matches go by so quickly, especially when they're striking, especially when you're a non-winner. A little left, but oh man. Did see a decent amount of corner pins today, a decent amount of pocket 710s too. Could have been worse than just that 7 there. Staring them now, but as a result of that not being all 10, we got ourselves a match here with the spare. Chris going at a 238 pace. Bivens on the open on a 236 pace. been a while for Brock too. Its last win was in April of 2019. Bowlers reported that the approaches were sometimes a challenge. Bone dry El Paso outside today. That can usually lead to slick synthetics, especially this area of the center gets some flow in from the door. Picture perfect though. Contrast when Brock stood up out of his shot to how beautifully Chris just posted that ball. Just held that follow through until all 10 pins were crushed back. That's when you know it's good. There will be advantage Mays heading into the 10th. 198 in the 8th through a strike. Brock now working, trailing by 2 off that open. Love to match it up. Pulled up again. Dicey last 2 shots, so he'll trail by 2. He can spare up this 6 spin here in the 9th. Up quickly again. Regardless, of course, how this match turns out, this man has the fiercest mohawk on tour. Hard to see in this lighting. We kind of got a mood lighting back here, but extra mohawkian for this Mountain Conference debut occasion. He can still double in the 10th to make Chris get strike 9 spare in his 10th. Wide though. Oh man, boy, that 2nd through 7th frame looked so perfect. Light, high, light, the last 3. And now he needs to spare just to make Chris mark. He already missed this 2-5 on this lane last time. Still tries that from the left side, misses it the other way, and he's going to hand it to Mays. Boy, he missed that 2-5 to the right. A little bit of an over-adjustment to the left that time. That is a brutal finish for the top seed. And maybe we should chat about these things more often. Just saying. And 3 hours ago back there commiserating with his mom, said, don't worry, his time's gonna come. Well, his time is here, kids. Has 10 more back and first long-awaited JBT title. See a little bit of relief on his shoulders right now. Kind of went from here to here. Let's see what happens the rest of the season. You get that first one and suddenly you know you can do it, as opposed to questioning if you can, and those titles can come in packs. So he's going to shoot 269 against you, and then 258 here, so 530 for his 2 games in the ladder. That'll usually win some titles. Dante here studying Geraldine's game, obviously, as he's scoping out his U17 opponent.
She shot 279 earlier.
She said,
still right there on that.
Come at us. That's all right, that's still over there. Right now, soak it in, Chris Mays. Join the club. Did it. Won. Good stuff out of the scratch division. We'll see how handicap does in part 2 of this video.